exciting to finally do another live stream in the morning. I know that I haven't been posting any videos. I haven't been doing any flying. It's been crazy, and that's why I wanted to hop on this live stream and hang out with you guys and let you guys know what's been going on, right? I know I've been telling you guys a little bit with the last few videos that I did post that all this craziness has been going on, but finally the weather has broke and it's not a rainy or a heavy windy day. So I'm hoping to go up flying this afternoon. Right now we're actually going to work. You know, I do have a job. You know, I own a small construction business. For most of you that don't know that, I own a little business called Restore the Shore LLC with my stepbrother. But what's really been going on is that behind the scenes, which I haven't been showing a lot of, which I should be showing, and I'm going to be showing, is I've been selling a lot of SkyMax parts. I've been meeting a lot of people that are here in the States that own SkyMax paramotors, which is really awesome. And for anybody who is interested in SkyMax or does have a SkyMax paramotor, please hit me up at any time. I would love to know where you're at, know what you're flying, and I would love to help you out with your next purchase if you're interested in getting a SkyMax model. And if you would like, I can always set up demos for you guys. I know I have a couple people that I've been recently talking to that are going to come over and do a demo. Hopefully this week or maybe even today. I'm going to hit everybody up and let them know that we are going to the airport this afternoon is the goal. But you know what's really crazy is, I don't know if for most of you paramotor pilots that watch me, but there's another pilot that I watch, and it's the first guy I've ever watched in my entire life when it came to paramotoring. And Kyle O was on there and he did this video about how he's been like a little off track with the videos and how, you know, he's been just doing other things and life is getting in the way. And it's funny because a lot of the things that he was talking about, I feel like are a lot of similar issues that I'm actually having with making videos. Like, I have a ton of videos. I have a ton of videos that I have been just for some reason not sharing, and some videos I keep still working on. Like I said, there's a lot of footage that I've lost, and like I said, some of you that have been watching and following along, you know what I'm talking about. And you know, it's really hard recently to post a YouTube video, but regardless, I'm getting back on track with that. Everything seems to be back to where I want it to be. I've been not going through it in a terrible way of life. It's just that, like, you know, things just happen where, like, you can't always be having fun. But don't get it wrong though, it's not like I'm not doing anything paramotoring related. Like, really, I've been dealing with a lot of sales. I've been hanging out with a lot of people that have been coming over, checking out the brand new Pulsars, you know, and stuff like that, which is really cool. And like I said, I've been meeting a lot of new people that own SkyMax Stars. So a lot of people that own SkyMax do have what's called the SkyMax Star, their #1 seller. It is hands down one of the best paramotors for every type of pilot, the beginner, the intermediate, the all-pro. It's an amazing machine. And it can fit just about every motor from factory, which is really sweet. And now, you know, they do have this new Pulsar, which you guys have seen me flying, talking about, and things like that. And it is a huge game changer when it comes to paramotoring, especially for the more skilled pilots. Like myself, I am not that highly skilled of a pilot when it comes to paramotoring. And I have no problem with admitting that because I'm not here to push it. I don't want to hurt myself in any way. Yo, what's up, Steve? Welcome and good morning. It's good to see you and hear from you, my man. Dude, is it too cold? Right now, it is 40 degrees, it says on my dash. 40 degrees. And Scoob, I don't know if you noticed, but we're in my new truck here. So I did get myself a new truck. I got myself an F-150. It's not brand new. It's a 2010. but it's new to me, so pretty sweet. I've been actually, that was another thing too, like I was dealing with the work vehicle, my van died. I was just going through a lot of things trying to figure out like, what am I gonna do? You know, here comes the holidays, of course, and it just seems like every year, I don't know about you guys, like I write down everything I do every single day because it really helps me stay on track. And every year, like this year, when I write, it always seems to be crazy times. So Scoob, how have you been, man? How about you, dude? Have you been flying? I haven't flown. This has been another stretch again, like I have to look in my book, but dude, I might have reached my longest stretch of not flying. I might have gotten to 30 days. My last stretch was like 28 days when I was struggling to go get all the pulsars out of Iowa. But now I've been just dealing with all this other stuff. And dude, you know what's crazy is that I got an opportunity, Scoop, to get another glider. So what I want to do is, I was really thinking about stepping up the game, right? Like, okay, I'm going to get my advanced glider now. And then, man, I had a pilot that I know do some flying, and right in the area that you guys see me doing all my flying and stuff, and he actually crashed. And what happened was, Scoob, he was on a C-rated glider. And now, don't get it wrong, you can do the same thing on a B-rated glider or even an A-rated glider, but it's a lot harder to do it on an A, but you can do them on Bs. I've done it. Where when we go to turn, you still need to buy a prop and replace 2 lines. I know, that's so funny. Oh, that's so funny that you just said that. I actually, Scoob, I need the same thing. That's so crazy. I thought you just said that I need to, so I actually need to fix my 3-blade or replace it. And I actually have 3 lines that I need to replace on my Roadster. But they just have nicks in it, but I've been flying the Roadster regardless. But I'm hoping to fly the new glider that I have now, which is the Spider 3. I'm hoping to go pick that up today. So I got the Spider 3. So now, Scoob, I have the Roadster 3 and the Spider 3. I had the chance to go get the Spider 4 or even the Roadster 4. But then I was really thinking about it. I've already flown with a couple other pilots that have the Roadster 4. I've flown the Roadster 4. The only difference is that it stays more stable by itself. When I'm so used to flying the Roadster now that I feel like buying the Spider, it's going to be, to me, because it's a size bigger than the Roadster that I'm flying now. The Roadster I fly is the smallest one they make. For some reason, it's the 22 meter, so that's what I have. And then now I bought this Spider 3, and that's a 24 meter. And the reason why I wanted to buy this instead of getting an advanced glider is because of what just happened to one of my friends. I was just talking about it, I got sidetracked from your comment, Scoob. But, you know, I had a friend who, or just another pilot that I really know well of, he was flying, and when he wanted to go turn, he just thought he was going to do a regular 180 turn. But instead, what happened was, when he wanted to go do that turn, his turn got too spicy, and he did like a 180 drop. Like, instead of doing like a turn like this, he like did a turn like this. And man, luckily he was over the water, but when he hit the water, he like almost drowned. And really, I do believe it's because of pushing it and going maybe a little too advanced too quickly. Like for me, like I have flown C-rated gliders, and I do have to say, like, they're more challenging, and you can't just, like with the B-rated gliders, you can basically take them up in a lot of challenging winds. A C-rated glider, you need to really take them out in a perfect conditions, crazy stuff. And to me, I don't know, I'm totally fine right now, still in my level of experience of flying these B-rated gliders, because I'm in no rush. I love that, you know, the Roadster and the Spider can basically do everything that the other gliders can do. It's just that I don't know. I want to just keep doing this, keep having a really good time. What's crazy now, since I've started flying, I have now witnessed a lot of bad crashes, a lot of simple mistakes that are just overlooked from the beginning of when all us pilots go to hang out, because it's super exciting. It's really exciting just to hang out with all these other pilots, talk about like their new gear that they got that they can't wait to fly up in the sky with, what they're gonna do on their flight, you know. I think one of my favorite things is, one of my favorite things about flying paramotors is the chance of when you get to go and fly with others, and you get to hear about what their flight is going to be like when you're flying basically the same way, but you have your plan and your idea. Like when everybody flies with me, a lot of people now know that when I go up, they know that I'm gonna go fly. I'm gonna probably try to make a YouTube video or try to make some type of a video up. So a lot of times I don't stay on head comms like the whole flight. But a lot of times if I'm just goofing off and stuff, I'll keep the comms just open regardless, so I can always talk to everybody while I'm up there in the sky, or just in case if somebody goes down or something, like, or if someone sees something. It's cool. I love that. But I do really enjoy when we get to hang out with other people and just get to see what they're flying. Because, you know, I'm not, like, and I love saying it, I'm not biased to any other paramotors. I actually really like all paramotors. I am in love with SkyMax. I do love that everything about them is different than every other paramotor. And it's what changed my life. And it is the first paramotor I ever had. And it will be the last paramotor that I'll ever have. And don't get it wrong, do we have Parajet Mavericks in the shop? Yes. Have we had a Scout Carbon in the shop? Yes. Have we had Fly products? Yes. We've had all types of paramotors in the shop, and I hope to have many, many more. I just sell SkyMax paramotors as brand new sets. Like the other paramotors, when they do come into the shop for sale, normally it'll only be because it'll be considered a second-hand own, first owned. And when I sell something used, it's second-hand owned now at this point. Like, so meaning like when I sell it to you, you would be the second owner to it. But no, but regardless, you know, I just wanted to get on here, hang out with you guys. You know, I've been missing making the videos, really. And I saw Kyle O's video. Like I said, he's the guy who I first saw with anything with paramotoring when it came to YouTube videos. And it really was crazy. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Kyle O, go check out his last video that he just recently posted. He might have just posted another one actually right after that one. So, but regardless, so go check him out and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, but really, I'm back to it. I'm going to be dropping some videos. Hopefully we can get an epic flight in. I'm going to try to maybe come right here today. This is why I wanted to come over here. Right here. Ooh, it's hard to tell with the screen, but it's a huge sod farm. So I'm hoping to come out here today. So that's the goal. I want to come out to this big sod farm and hope that we can do it. Hard to believe. I still need. Oh, I know, Scoob. So you know the video I'm talking about. So Scoob, it's so funny that you just said that. Isn't that really wild? And it's sad because, Scoob, when I got to go to Georgia, I'm so happy that me and Asmat got the time to hang out with him. And he actually took a lot of time, and he came to us a couple of the times to hang out. And man, hands down, a true legend in the sport. True legend in the sport, Kyle O. And I don't want to say that I'm sad that he's closing his school down or anything like that. It is a shame, but you know what? Like he was saying, he's going through it. And we all go through life in a different path. And, you know, to hear Kyle O say that he's got over 10 years of doing it and just every day, and now he's just talking about motorcycles. And you know what's really crazy? I can totally relate. Do you know that I went and took out my one of my sport quads, and it's got a clutch on it and stuff. It rides just like a motorcycle. And I took it out, man, it felt so good to ride, you know? But you know what's really crazy is that I did get into a whole nother new thing recently. And which, you know, if you guys want to see me make videos on, I was thinking about starting up another YouTube channel to keep it totally separate from the paramotoring channel. But I've recently got into shooting, and firearms are extremely, extremely fun, addictive, and man, it's like this whole nother obsession that has just taken over. But I'm doing it really to get a night job to fill in the gap of my free time that I have sometimes. And I'm just trying to make some extra money. And what's really cool is, like, not only am I trying to make some extra money, which there's nothing ever wrong with doing that, I just like the idea of trying something different too. Like, I'm not, I'm always going to be a carpenter for the rest of my life. That's never going to change. But I do believe that, we all have, oh man, is that a bum? Wow. Oh, it's not a bum. I really thought there was a bum in this area. And I was going to say, why is he here? But it's actually kids all bundled up in their like jackets waiting for the school bus. That's funny too, how it's already school time. But no, so Kyle L. So back to that. Kyle, man, when he was saying all that stuff, it made me realize, like, wow, I'm not the only guy who's really going through life right now. And, that's what's funny is that, like, so many people, why is life just being so hard to me? Why am I not doing what I really want to be doing right now? And what's really crazy is that everybody goes through it. Everybody, whether if it's money problems, family problems, health problems, the everyday struggle, But we all go through it. We all got to work. We all got bills to pay. But you know what? For me, I love paramotoring, and I don't ever want to stop. And you know what? People have asked me a lot of times if I would ever start a school because I've taught people how to fly. And I'm not here to brag about, hey, I've taught people how to fly. I taught people how to do this. I taught people how to do that. I've taught people how to kite a glider and understand how to stay safe with a paramotor, But really, I will always stress this. When you go to get training or get into paramotoring, you do seek out proper training or really trust the guy that you're going to get taught how to fly with. And someone like Kyle O, a real legend, someone who knows everything about flying, he would be the guy that I would always say I would choose him over me any day of the week, And man, I'm so honored that I got to fly with him down in Georgia, and got to hang out with Tucker Gott and all those guys and really get to bond with everybody. It was really a real good experience. And hang out with the team from Victor Rossi, hang out with the owner of Parajet. Dude, it was really something else. And like I was saying, when I watched Kyle O saying all that stuff just the other day, Scoob, like you were just relating to him getting out of that school, I realized, wow, like, everybody's changing. This is just how life goes. Wintertime always seems to bring more of a, I don't want to call it a depressing time in life. I just want to say it's more of a realizing time of life where you like realize a lot of things. Things get a little bit tougher. You got to get ready to stay warm for the winter, right? Like me, I actually want to I kept like looking up things last night about putting in like a type of heating source in the garage. And I was thinking like, man, I really miss a fireplace. Like I grew up in my parents' house with a wood burning fireplace and they still have that. And I kind of want that really bad in my shop. But then I think about it, it's like, man, a nice heater that I can just turn on and within minutes, the whole shop will be hot. It sounds a lot more easier, but we'll see what happens. But regardless to all that, everybody, I am actually getting to the job. So for that being said, I just want to come on here and say what's up to all you guys. I'm glad for everybody that hopped on the live stream to say what's up. You guys are the best, and I always look forward to seeing you guys every time I'm on here. So that being said, make sure you guys all stay tuned. Hopefully I can go hit a nice afternoon sunset beautiful light in these light winds that we have finally gotten. So make sure you guys all stay tuned. Like I said, I'm really dying for this flight. We'll see what happens. And until then, everybody, I will see you guys all in the next one. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.